Alright everyone, so we're going to do another rinseless wash. Before I get to that, when I've done coating the Ferrari, I had all these auto fiber applicators I was using. Just cut them open and pull the foam out, and then just kind of clean off these little felt pieces in here. And you save them, you can use them as applicators, so you can use them as tire applicators, or you can just cut, I usually cut these in smaller pieces and use them for different things, like for the leather products that I have from Color Lock, just various things. Maybe touch up, you can cut a little piece here and use it to, like if I was looking for an applicator for trim coating, I could use it for that. But these are pretty nice. And for those of you who are interested, let me just kind of rip this apart here of what's inside this applicator and why these auto fiber ones are good. Let me just pull this stitch here. Is they have a liner inside. So this liner prevents the product being absorbed into the sponge, and that's why I'm telling you, save your applicators. You can use them for other things, the small ones and the big ones, and then just throw this part out in the trash, because once they have coating on them, they're pretty much gone. Okay, so rinseless wash for today is Optimum No Rinse. Now this is the new version. This is I think it was reformulated in 2020. I forget the exact time frame, but that's the time it was reformulated here to have more cleaning ability in comparison to other products. So we're gonna try it out. This was actually the first rinseless wash that I used way back in the day. We're talking like maybe 15 years ago, when the drought here in Southern California was just as bad as it is now. This was the product that really got me into rinseless wash, because again, it was the go-to at the time. It's still a good product. I'm not saying it's not the go-to. I'm just saying that it's there's so many good products on the market these days, and rinseless washing and waterless washing products are just going to start to increase because of the global climate conditions. So when I used it, I thought it was decent for what it was. I think it cleaned, and it did a good job at it. Again, we're not going to get into the whole polymer debate of whether the way it's leaving stuff on the surface or not leaving stuff on the surface. We're not going to get into all that debate here. Again, we don't need to delve into that anymore. All we're using, like I'm demonstrating these last rinseless wash videos, is does it clean, does it feel safe, and again, primarily does it clean is the main thing. And that's pretty much it. So I mean, it just, as long as it checks the boxes that if it cleans and it works well, it has good lubricity, those type of things, then we can just say, okay, yeah, this does work. So there's many good products on the market these days. Optimum just, like I said, updated their formula a couple years ago. I think it was 2020. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. It was either 2020 or 2021, to have a little bit more cleaning of it. Other than that, it's the same formula that we've all known to this day. So pretty straightforward. I mean, you can use it as a clay lubricant, quick detailer. I never really liked it as a quick detailer. It was a little too grabby. But it worked pretty decent. It does a good job as a clay bar lubricant, so or a clay lubricant. And I think that's pretty much. I don't, maybe somebody else can answer this. If the wash and wax version also got an update to it. I used that a long time ago as well. I really didn't like that one because it really didn't do anything that this product does in terms of, other than maybe leaving that wax look. So the directions for this are 1 ounce to 2 gallons of water, which is 1 to 256, and you're going to soak a microfiber towel or the Optimum sponge, which is the BRS, Big Red Sponge. Then you're going to dry each section with a drying towel. If the surface dries before wiping clean, just wash again and dry. To use as a clay bar lube, add 2 ounces of ONR and to 1 gallon of water. So pretty straightforward dilutions here. It says Optimum No Rinse Wash and Shine Concentrate is the fastest, easiest, and most environmentally friendly way to wash any vehicle. Its proprietary polymers bond to the vehicle surfaces and trap dirt to clean without rinsing and leave a very slick and glossy finish that is mar-free. Properly used, you will not scratch your vehicle surface. Follow with Optimum Car Wax for maximum protection, shine, and slickness. Optimum No Rinse Wash and Shine Concentrate can also be diluted to make the most effective quick detailer and clay lube. Okay, and washing with Optimum No Rinse Wash and Shine greatly reduces the discharge of pollutants into storm drains, sewers, and groundwater. Optimum No Rinse Wash and Shine helps both commercial and individual users comply with the discharge guidelines established by the Clean Water Act and the Environmental Protection Agency. So there you go, and you can pretty much use it on any surface. So I made extra, so I have 4 gallons in my bucket here because I'm going to wash 3 vehicles, and so the first 2 vehicles I'm going to use multiple towels. I'll just throw them in here. So my Camaro is going to get multiple towels, the Impala's going to get multiple towels, and whatever I have left, I think I'm just going to use the sponge to clean that off on the Grand Prix. So I just made extra, and so since it's 1 to 256, we're basically going to take 60 milliliters, which is 2 ounces of O&R. So we're going to do that, and we're going to dump this in there. The other reason I made extra is because I know I'm going to run out of pre-spray after using it on the Camaro, that I can come back and dunk that with no problem. So let me just mix this up. Yeah, I can come back and just, you know, take my sprayer and dunk this in there and not have any problems doing that. So let me just make sure I got nothing on the bottom here. I'm gonna dump this in here. Dump this out just a bit out. That's good enough. So now I'm gonna go ahead and throw in a bunch of these towels in here. I could probably get away with doing 3 towels in the on the Camaro. Just good to let your towels soak up all that water. So again, I made extra because I'm going to be washing 3 cars, and I want to take advantage of the product that I have. So pretty straightforward, and I'm going to be using it with the drying aid as well. But today we're not going to be using any drying aids with protection agents in it. I'm going to be using Dream Maker on the Camaro, which I don't have much left. So I'll run through that, and then I'll use Throttle on the other 2 vehicles here. So just grab any pump sprayer and just pump away. You're going to get tired of pumping. I've really been debating on modifying these to put a Schrader valve in here, like right in here or here, and I can just fill them up with air. So I'm really debating those with all 3 of them, so that I don't have to pump as much going around the vehicle. I'll just turn my compressor on and then just fill it up with air. And I'm gonna have to move this front tire when I get there. I don't know why my dad does that. Every single car, he always cocks the wheel to the right, and all these cars have the tires cocked to the right. I can see his Impala's like that too. So the surface is dirty. You can see how much dirt is on there. This car sat outside while I was working on the Ferrari for a few days. So we're just gonna kind of soak it. And I'm gonna do, because I'm in the garage with this one, I can actually pre-spray a larger panel. So let's do all that. That should give enough to kind of break things down. And everybody's always like, well, why do you need a pre-spray? You really don't need a pre-spray. The reason for the pre-spray is, one, to start having the product breaking things down for you. And we can see how dirty this is just from sitting outside. You can see it's already starting to being absorbed into the encapsulation of O&R. So again, you don't need a pre-spray to put on the vehicle. Again, we're adding lubrication, and we're going to allow the product to start breaking things down and to encapsulate the dirt in there. So now we're just going to get our towels here. And I think this is a good test to kind of see how O&R has evolved over time. Like I said, I used it for a long time, and then I switched over because I just felt that cleaning power was just a little bit lacking back in the day. Since this side's dirty, T-tops, these are glass. I can just come up and clean the glass. Again, glass, you're not going to really scratch. So I'm just going to do all the glass surfaces with the dirty side. So you can see my car was pretty dirty. Just get on the glass surface. So I'll just do the back since I'm back here. Just, you know, be careful when you do your swipes so you don't scratch. That's the purpose of a rinseless wash, is to help you lift the dirt safely. Just grab this piece here, flip over to the clean side. And so one of the benefits to the multiple towel method is you always have 8 sides to work with. For this, before you switch over to a new towel. You grab that piece right there, it's not loose. So you can see the bottom and the side are not that dirty. It's the flat surfaces that are really dirty here. Yeah, so it's not overly dirty, but you can just flip your towel whenever you don't feel comfortable with the amount of dirt on here. I've already clayed this car, so I already have marring on here because I'm going to start the coating process with this. So what I'm going to do is empty this out. Because I'm done with this towel, I'm going to grab my towel bucket here. Just take this one with me over there. When I'm done with the towels, I just throw them in here. These are the towels that are going to get washed. They don't go back into the bucket. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and swipe this panel down first. So this still feels like the same process, meaning just using it, you know, the smell is still the same. The lubrication is still the same. So if the cleaning power is the only thing that's really been updated, hey, that's a win, because I always thought ONR was a good product. Alright, so this is pretty much it for that side, and I'll repeat the same thing for it. So let me put this here, and let me grab the drying towel, and we're going to go over the entire surface. With the drying aid. So if for some reason O&R dries on the surface, you know, don't freak out. This trigger sucks on here. Don't freak out. Just re-wet the panel, or like I said, like this. Just take your drying aid that you're using, and it'll reactivate the surface. Or just take more O&R that you've used. You know, if you have some in your pre-spray, just take some more and just re-wet the panel. So again, it's not overly complicated if it does dry. Okay, put that there for now. We're going to come back. And so one thing about rinseless washing is sometimes it's not always going to get these little things off here. Those little caked on bits. Like I got one right here, right? So primarily on glass. On paint it does a better job. I actually need to go over that lower panel. Just dry this off. And if you wanted to, you can use a product that's going to use protection. Again, just use whatever you have. Like I said, you really don't need it. Yeah, see, I got these little caked on dropping, like these are bee droppings onto the glass. There's another one. Okay, so just keep working the surface. Pretty straightforward. Yeah, like right here I got some caked on stuff that didn't come off. Yeah, you can see that. That's like sometimes a little downside about rinseless. And sometimes it doesn't take all these things off right here. But they're loosened. It's just a little more stubborn. Just so that's pretty much it, folks. It's not that difficult to use this product. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the car here, and then I can kind of share my thoughts on what I think about O&R in comparison to other rinseless washes here that I've been testing, but again, it really hasn't changed that much since I've used it a long time ago. And sometimes, you know, if it's working, you know, don't mess with it. So if, okay, so I'm gonna just flip this over. So when I get ready to use it on the other side, it's clean. So yeah, like there's a caked on thing. But it's loose because I you know, it just came off on the tip of my fingernail there. But that's pretty much it for O&R. Pretty straightforward on its use. You know, just pick your favorite wash medium to use if you like using. Look, we got a beetle flying around here. I have to smack him out of here so he can get out of here. Maybe he's attracted by the scent of O&R. So that's pretty much it. I'm gonna smack him out of here so he can find his way. There you go. Just clean up the trim. Okay. He's back. There must be something in here that it's attracting him. Maybe it's like I said, maybe it's the O&R. But that's pretty much it. You can see the dirty surface here, the lines right here, and now that this side's clean, and we clean it safely in an effective way using Optimum No Rinse. So let me just come back after I finish using it on this car and on those cars here, and I'll give you my final thoughts of what I think about O&R based on its updated changes to the cleaning power of it. But initially I can just tell you that for me the experience is still very similar, and again it's a good experience. It's not a bad experience in that it just gets the job done. And I know there's people that really like this product and still claim that it's still king. That's debatable with other products these days, but I have no problem using it. You know, like I said, the experience is still the same. I can't really tell difference in the cleaning. Maybe once I go around this car and then those two cars, I'll get a better idea of how well this cleans. But I'll tell you what, man, this thing looks really good. Just looking at the car right now. So I'm gonna just go ahead and finish this. I'll come back and I'll show you how each vehicle comes out. And I think the Grand Prix is a little dirtier than these other cars. I haven't washed that in like 2 weeks, so maybe I can show you on there the cleaning power of O&R and whether it does a good job. But overall, so far it's doing a good job. And so go ahead and knock this out, and I can tell you what, Dreammaker looks pretty darn good on white. So I'll give you a full walk around once I'm done. All right, so be right back. All right, everyone, welcome back. So I'm going to do final thoughts on O&R. This is the new formula. I waited a week because I wanted to get another data point where I was washing with some type of sponge. I used the ultra black sponge this time on this car here. The previous week I washed this car, the Camaro, and the Impala with the multiple towel method. So again, I want to get the data point with the sponge, and I knew it was going to work with the sponge just fine. And again, it just works with the sponge. I just wanted to have that experience and kind of just share with all of you that it still works just fine. I didn't capture that on the camera here. I just want to kind of just go over the car here and just get it done. This is where I'm going to probably get some flack for this. This version was tweaked to have a better cleaning power than the previous version. Again, I'm going to get flack for saying this, but I noticed no difference using the previous version and this version in terms of its cleaning ability, but in terms of its user experience, it's still positive. I still find this product to work just fine. It works really well. Cleans the paint safely. It has good lubricity. Still smells good. Like I said, it's still a good product till this day. And so again, I know, just because I don't notice a difference doesn't mean it's a bad product. I'm not digging it for that. I'm just saying that the user experience is still very similar to the previous version. Again, it works with any type of protection you have on your car, whether it's a wax, a sealant, or a coating. Just enjoy it for what it is. And when it comes to looking for a rinseless wash, many are going to recommend O&R. It's still a good product till this day. There's many good products on the market. It's really hard to choose one to be the best because most of them check the boxes as getting the job done, cleaning the paint. N914 is another option here that just works just equally well as Optimum No Rinse here. So other than that, I have nothing else to say about the product. One other thing is, don't get caught up in the debate of whether it leaves something behind. There's always this debate between especially these two products here. This leaves something behind, this doesn't leave anything behind. Don't get caught up in that when you're washing your vehicle. And the reason I'm saying that is anything that's left behind the surface is very how can I say that? It's not durable, so it's going to be gone the next wash, or even if it rains, it's going to be rinsed off. It's not meant to have stain power like the rinseless washes that actually do leave some sort of type of protection behind. So don't get caught up in that. And then the other thing is, most of you are using some sort of drying aid. Like for example, I used throttle as I was drying the car here. So I'm already altering the surface tension with whatever product I'm using as a drying aid. So again, don't get caught up in all that. It doesn't leave anything behind, blah, blah, blah. Ignore all that stuff. Just enjoy the wash experience and just have a good time. But overall, Optimum No Rinse is still a good product, and definitely consider picking this up. If you've never used O&R, I'd recommend to at least use it once. They do sell an 8-ounce bottle, and you can get a few washes out of that. If not, just pick up the 32-ounce bottle. It'll last you quite a bit of time here. But yeah, again, I think Optimum No Rinse is still a good product in the market today. So definitely consider picking it up. And again, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. And again, the car looks good. It's clean. I cleaned the wheels with it. I cleaned I'm about to wipe down the interior with it too. I cleaned all the door jambs with it. I cleaned the trunk jambs with it. I'm about to clean the underneath the engine bay with it. So again, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. And I think I'm going to be doing a new video on N914, Fine Lab Pure Rinseless, CarPro Echo. I'm going to redo them in this type of format just to kind of have updated videos here. And then we're going to transition to maybe I'm thinking about transitioning to rinseless washes that are designed to leave some sort of protection behind, ceramic or graphene infused, because I do have the two McKee's ones that we can look at as well and redo those. All right, so again, thanks for watching, and catch you on the next one.